Many of you guys on my TikTok channel have been asking me to make a video on multiple sclerosis. So that's what we're talking about today. In particular, we are talking about the symptoms of multiple sclerosis. Guys, I'm Dr. Jen. It is good to see you. Now, let me just remind you what multiple sclerosis is. It is an immune-mediated, inflammatory, demyelinating disease of the central nervous system. Now, I know that's a complete mouthful. When we talk about demyelinating disease, you should understand that the nerve cells, the nerves are sort of encoded with something called myelin. It's one of the ways that signals get transmitted, okay? And these are, again, nerve cells in the brain and the spinal cord. A demyelinating disease is a disease that causes or is where there's a destruction of myelin. This coating around the nerve cells. That causes lots and lots and lots of problems, which is what you're going to see with multiple sclerosis symptoms, okay? Understand that there are many different types of multiple sclerosis, different versions, different forms. They may be treated different ways. People may have different symptoms. Some forms of multiple sclerosis, people get worse and worse and worse. Some people just have symptoms that come and go. So everyone is a little bit different, but let's start with the symptoms that tend to be the most common. And as a family doctor, I would say I've diagnosed multiple sclerosis multiple times over the years based on some of these very symptoms that people have come in and told me about. So in no particular order, some of the more common symptoms are blurred vision or double vision. Double vision, by the way, is something really, really important. Double vision always has to be evaluated. Blurred vision too, don't get me wrong. But that double vision in particular, also blurred vision, vision that is abnormal, has got to be evaluated. That is a common symptom or one that tends to happen. There's also something called red-green color distortion that can happen as well. And along the lines of vision, you can get either painful vision or a loss of vision. Okay, so vision changes, vision alterations, right? You get that idea? That is something that's got to be looked into. Other common sort of symptoms that tend to be more in the beginning are things like trouble walking or difficulty with balance. Now, this is a symptom that many people over the years have told me about. And not only that, but numbness and tingling. Numbness, tingling, like an altered sensation. If I had to tell you of the cases that I've diagnosed of multiple sclerosis, the symptoms that people have told me about that made me go ahead and get MRI imaging and further evaluation were double vision, numbness and tingling, pins and needles, different parts of their body, and coordination issues. Those are definitely hallmarks that I have seen, okay? Now, there are plenty of other signs and symptoms that can happen and do happen with multiple sclerosis, depending on the type of a condition, MS, that the patient has, the severity, etc. So other things, muscle weakness, feeling weak, like you can't just kind of do your normal thing, coordination issues, okay? Whether it's clumsiness or you're not coordinated. Also spasticity, being spastic, okay? That can go along with it as well. Fatigue can come along with it, along with cognitive issues. So problems just kind of thinking, problems with memory as well. Loss of feeling. It's not entirely the same as numbness and tingling, but that loss of feeling can happen as well. And then also we get speech problems sometimes happen with tremor, dizziness, hearing loss even can happen. Bowel and bladder changes. Now, this is something that we can see a decent amount of time with multiple sclerosis. And remember, all of these symptoms, remember, they deal with nerves. Remember that it's a destruction of the myelin sheath, that coating, that myelin coating on nerve cells in the brain and spinal cord. So when you have that destruction, you can get all these different types of neurological symptoms, from vision problems, numbness and tingling, coordination. You see how this all goes together? Thinking, etc. You can also have a change in sexual function as well. Now, there are other symptoms that people may have. This is just sort of a short list. Suffice it to say, any of these symptoms should take you to see your doctor. Let me know if this is helpful. I'm Dr. Jen. Please subscribe to my channel on YouTube. Follow me on Facebook. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, WhatsApp, etc. Go to my website, drjencotto.com, to sign up for my free health newsletter. Bye.